Heyyy Squad, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, press that red subscribe button down below and press the bell so you don't miss a thing your girl posts. Okay y'all, class is in session. I told y'all, I did not come to play with y'all in 2020. I am here to get us financially ready and have our finances increase in this year, okay? And a part of that has a lot to do with credit. I feel like in school, we didn't learn a lot about credit, finances, and things like that. So my next couple videos will be about financing and just real life stuff that we aren't taught in school, which I think we definitely should be. So today, I'm sure most of you guys are here because one, you left me, and two, you want to know about how you can increase your credit by 100 points instantly and how you can repair and make your credit better. Credit is like one of the most important things. It's hard for you to get a car, it's hard for you to get a house, it's hard for you to do a lot of things having bad credit. And we're trying to, you know, rack up on property, we're trying to own some land, own some businesses, and credit has a lot to do with it. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. This will not be a long video, straight to the point, about like 6 easy steps on how you can boost your credit and repair your credit on your own without paying anyone. You should not have to pay someone to repair your credit. I understand sometimes it can be hard, it can be tedious, but if you have the time and the patience and you're trying to save some bucks, you can do it on your own, and I'm about to give you the quick, easy steps on how you do that. So first things first, you want to become an authorized user on someone's line of credit. You want to make sure they've had their line of credit for at least 2 years and that they've had no late payments. So you want to become an authorized user on a good account. But you want to make sure that you can trust that person and that they can trust you. That's an easy way to instantly, like instantly, boost your credit. Because it shows that you have a good history, that you're trustworthy, you can pay your payments on time. And it's an easy, quick, fast way to boost your credit. Okay, that's the first thing. And like I said, that can be hard because if you're like, yo mom, put me on your credit card as an authorized user, she's like, why? Or your bro or your sister or whoever you can really trust. It can be hard to get someone to just want to put you on their credit because they're like, I don't need you messing up my credit. But that's why it has to be a two-way street. You have to trust each other. Second thing, if you have credit cards, you want to make sure you pay down all your credit cards below 30% of the line of credit that you have. So if you have a $300 credit limit, you want to make sure you're only spending 30% of that amount of money at a time. You never want to spend more than 30%. So if you do have more than 30% used on your credit cards, you want to make sure you pay all of that down. Your active accounts, active. Make sure they're your active accounts. Not your delinquencies, not things that aren't collections. Your active accounts. You want to make sure you pay everything down to 30% of your line of credit. No matter how long it may take you to do that, you just want to make sure you do that next. Like if that's the next thing on your list after you become an authorized user, or if you can't do that, your first step is to pay everything down to 30% of each line of credit. So if you have multiple cards, one's 500, one's 1,000, one's 300, you want to pay each line of credit down 30% of whatever is open on that line of credit, or pay it off. If you don't have a credit card, you want to make sure that you open up a line of credit. Even if it's your first card and the limit is only $200, you want to make sure you open up a credit card and don't spend more than 30% of that line of credit, okay? So no matter how long it may take you to pay your credit cards down or how long it may take you to get it to 30%, pay it off, that's what you want to do next, and that will boost your credit score. It's as easy as it sounds. And it may take you a long time. You may like, I don't have all that money right. No matter how long it takes you, just do that. Follow the rules and watch your credit score increase. You never want to make a late payment. Never make a late payment. Never make that a habit. And if you ever find yourself in a hole or you feel like you're not going to make a payment on time, call the credit card company. Call them, let them know what you're going through. Ask them, can you get on a payment arrangement so you don't have any late payments marked on your credit. If there's a crazy circumstance, an emergency circumstance, let them know, send them documents, and just communicate with them and let them know what's going on. They're human beings just like us. They understand. Some can be a little hard, but if you call and let them know what's going on, they just want to make sure, you know, if you're telling them, they know you're not trying to dub them, you're not trying to hide, like you still want to make your payments, you know that you have a payment, but it just may be later than usual. And with that being said, the next step is you want to make sure you remove any delinquencies that you have on any of your active accounts. So if you have several credit cards now, or you have different lines of credits that you've had delinquencies that are active, you want to make sure you call them, negotiate with them. So if you have $400 in delinquency, negotiate and say, well, can you bring it down to 100 or 200? I'll pay it in full right now. They will work with you. If you need to call them and schedule a payment arrangement, they will work with you. They want to get your money. They want to get the money from you. Once you get that person that's willing to work with you, get it in writing. I cannot stress this enough. Get it in writing, because if you get it in writing and they never remove the delinquency off of your credit report, you can turn that into the credit bureau and they'll have to erase it. But if you talk to them and say you're gonna pay it off, you pay it off, and they don't send you the paperwork, they don't have to remove it. And sometimes you have to take that chance, because they might say they're gonna send you the paperwork but they don't, and you pay it off and they don't send it to you. You gotta take that risk sometimes and just pray that they do take it off. And I say make sure you're getting everything removed from your active accounts, because those affect your credit score the most. Okay, so one of the last things that you can start to work on is getting your credit that's in collections and charge-offs settled in dispute. You can dispute and do this on your own. It is very tedious. You have to stay up to date with it, and you have to monitor. And this is a lot like when you're trying to get your delinquent payments taken off of your credit report. You want to call them and you want to negotiate with them. So this is when the negotiation comes in. Let them know what you're willing to pay. Let them know what you can pay. Ask them about any payment arrangements, and if you can get a letter that proves that they're going to take it off of your credit report, and make sure you get that letter. For the last result, just to continuously dispute the charges. Dispute the charges. The thing that can be annoying about this is you have to follow them, you have to monitor them, and it's tedious. You want to continue to dispute them and send dispute letters. And you can send dispute letters online. You can look them up online and figure out what a dispute letter is. I'll put some links down below that can help you out as well, and the best ones that you can use. But this is something you can do yourself, and you don't have to pay someone. I get that a lot of people like to go to lawyers, they like to go to certain people that are fluent in this credit language and talking to them and knowing their lingo. But listen, if you stay firm and you stay active and you monitor yourself, you can do it your own without spending a buck. Continue to dispute, follow the disputes. But let me let you know right now, if you are trying to buy a house and you have something disputed, you want to undispute that. Like, take that dispute off, because they will not give you a mortgage loan if you have a dispute on your credit. That's just a little fun fact. I don't know if it's that much fun, but it's a fact. But if you have to go to a professional, if it's something you can't keep up on and it's just very frustrating, hire a professional. But please do not spend an arm and a leg for them to do it, because it's a scam. Because you can do it on your own, or you can find someone who's a professional that doesn't that charges a crazy amount that you can barely pay, because you can barely pay the debt that you have. So that is my spill on boosting your credit report. I told you the #1 thing is become an authorized user on someone who has an active, great standing account, 2-year history, no late payments. Open a line of credit if you don't, and make no late payments. No late payments. I cannot stress that to you enough. No late payments. Make that promise to yourself that you will not make any late payments. And if you have any late payments, call your credit card company, ask them if they can take it off, and get it in some writing, okay? Save your collections and charge-offs for the last thing you do. Work on your active credit right now. Your active credit is what makes up most of your score. That's the most important part. So work on the important part first. Work on the collections and the charge-offs afterwards. Not that that's not important, because it's very important and you want to get rid of that, but that's the last thing you can do, because that affects your credit the least. Believe it or not. But you can look it up. Done my research. And I have a pretty great credit score. Not gonna put my business out there, but I do know what I'm talking about, okay? Because I've worked in this line of business where we've worked on credit and different things like that, so you can definitely trust me. And if you have any questions, any concerns, or if there's any way that I can help you, just comment down below, and if I can't, I will lead you in the right direction. So yeah, let's get this money, y'all. Let's boost these credit scores. All 2020 perfect clear vision. I already told y'all we are going higher this year. I know it, I see it, I believe it, and I receive it. All right? So be sure to always be the light wherever you go, because wherever you go, the light shall follow.